He's and Predator, but his music is fire. Man, can you guys bring up like one story? Just give me one story anywhere online of me doing any kind of weirdo stuff like this. You're not going to find it. It's not going to happen. I never played that game. You're either like that or you're not, man. It's been 18 years and you're not going to find it. You know why? Because I don't do it. And I got an 11-year-old daughter, and it's just really disgusting that you got people like this, and this kind of person should be ashamed of themselves, honestly. But are you surprised with someone that wears a mask still to this day? You know, she's got like every booster and jab and all that stuff, and you know she works at, you know what, here's the plus side. I'll be nice. The plus side about this person, she probably makes such good coffee, because that's where she's going to literally work for the rest of her life. Let's talk about something that's been bothering me for the last 18 years. People like that girl that I just showed write stuff like this. It's called fan fiction. It's sex stories about me. You guys love to sexually exploit me in fan fiction stories and then literally call me these things afterwards. The audacity. You know, I'm just a human and I don't want to hear or read about gross stuff. That's why I ask you guys not to throw bras on stage, because I think it's gross. Here's some more sex stories about me. He touched me, set me on fire, his lips moving over my body. It made me quiver with every kiss. Dude, you guys are disgusting. Like, I don't want to hear about that. But guess what? I was forced to over like 18 years of you guys doing that whenever that fan fiction started or whatever. It's gross. Like, yeah, dude, like, there's been a couple times back in the day I wore a bra on my head, and then one day I looked out into the crowd and realized they were, like, back in the day, not anymore, everybody's grown up now. We have young fans, old fans, I get it. But back in the day, it was all, like, younger fans. And I remember looking out and being like, stop throwing your bras on stage. This is weird. Then I realized, you know that band All Time Low? Then I realized All Time Low. This is so crazy. Oh my God. So the guitar player would collect bras and put them on his thing, and the bras would all add up like to where there was so many by the end of the show. And one day on Warped Tour, I went to watch them, and I'm just looking out in the crowd, and I'm seeing there's just so many young fans throwing their bras up on stage. And in my head, I'm like, this guy's got to know that these people are young. And since then, I never looked at him the same or that band for letting them do that. I'm not here to call anybody out, but I just think that's weirdo behavior. Why aren't you guys doing that to those guys? Stop calling me daddy. Stop sexualizing me in the comments. Stop being weirdos. Stop DMing me at weird-ass photos and stuff. I don't want to see it. I don't care about that. That shit's gross. You're never gonna see me in no DMs. And you know what I mean? You're not gonna see this kind of behavior with me. And like you can try your hardest to try to call me all these things, but the truth is the truth. You know what I mean? And I'm proud of it. You know what I mean? I'm thankful I wasn't born like that. That sucks. You imagine being born like that? I'd rather than be that. You understand what I'm saying? Stop confusing me with Davi Vanity. Stop confusing me with all these other people that are disgusting. I'm not going to name them. I'm trying to be diplomatic. And that's why you notice that anybody in Escape the Fate, Fall in Reverse, that's been kicked out, fired, like exchanged, there's not one person ever been called out in any of those bands that I've been associated with being one of those. Have you ever noticed that? Isn't that crazy? Because guess what? If anybody was ever one of those and I was around, they'd have got their ass stomped out. Unlike some of these other bands where it happens either behind the band's back or some of the bands actually know that one of their guys are doing this stuff, right? And then they fire them after they get caught, which is still weirdo behavior. And I ain't going to try to call those guys out, but I know a couple bands that knew about people doing this in the band, never fired them until someone called them out on Twitter. So those guys are just as guilty. So stop doing it to me, because I ain't about it. I beat people up that do that. All right? Have a wonderful day.